Somewhere in the universe, the goddess Antawas created a world from a single jewel. She created the earth, water, sky, and air. And two humans from a red jewel and a green jewel. From the red jewel, a boy named Astal. And from the green jewel, a girl, Lida.
Released in April of 1995, Astal is a 2D platforming game developed by Sega, exclusively for the Sega Saturn. In it, you control Astal, a boy with superhuman strength whose purpose is to protect Lida, a girl who has the power to create life. But the evil Gerardo and his creation Geist are trying to kidnap Lida and rule their homeworld called Cortilia. This does not sit well with Astal, who is now on a mission to find Lida and to stop Gerardo once and for all. The first thing of note while playing this game is the graphics. They're colorful, vibrant, and feature imaginative, hand-drawn graphics. Had I seen this game in 1995, I would have loved it, seeing as I appreciated then, as I do now, quality 2D platform games. The music is of a high quality as well. I particularly enjoyed tracks like the one on the second stage, called Into the Darkness. It's an ambient, soft pop track that gives the stage a mysterious, slightly haunting quality that easily draws the player in and makes you feel like you're inhabiting that world. The controls in the game are solid. Astal has the ability to dash, jump, and he can attack enemies by throwing them over his head or bashing the ground. By blowing a gust of wind, he can stun most enemies, and even eliminate some. He can also make use of his flying companion by whistling, which causes the bird to find power-ups like health, help Astal through certain parts in the game, and even attack enemies for him. I have to admit that while playing this game, I found some of the platforming sections quite difficult. I feel that this is partially intentional, because the game definitely becomes more difficult by the time you reach the Sea of Clouds stage. This is also because I was using the Virtua Stick while playing the game. While this is a nice controller for fighting games on the Saturn, it's not ideal for some of the precision platforming that this game requires. The standard Saturn controller, or the 3D controller, would have been better suited for this type of game. The difficulty in this game is moderately high. While the basic mechanics of this game are easy, about midway through the game it becomes considerably more challenging. This is compounded by the fact that you only get to continue once, and then the game is over, and you have to start from the beginning. You can add an extra life in the options menu, but generally, I'd say the difficulty in this game is a bit unbalanced because of the swift increase in difficulty and the inability to acquire continues. Astal is a hidden gem for the Sega Saturn, and if you enjoy platformers like Sonic the Hedgehog or Rayman, you should definitely look into this one. It's an obscure game on an underrated console that came at a time when the glory days of 2D platforming were over, and 3D, polygon-based games were more relevant and considered cutting edge. If you don't own a Sega Saturn and like this type of game, this is a fun title that showcases the Saturn's ability to make fabulous 2D games and is well worth the investment.